Welcome to the Quick Stop F1 podcast. My name is Nyasha and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Joining me as ever, my favorite bundle of joy is Thandie Sabanda. Thandie! Woo!
You're
through.
You're shouting.
Yeah,
You're shouting so much.
Yeah. That's that energy. That's the energy. Yeah. I see you looking good. Finally got some merch.
Guys, no, I didn't get merch, actually. This guy's lying to you. This isn't even my merch. I've had to open the package that is supposed to be for someone else for me to wear it today. So, yeah.
You got to be prepared.
But you know what? Yeah. I'll tell you what. This is extra soft. This is extra warm. I'm sweating in this thing. Do you know what I mean? I look pretty cool though.
You look great, Thandie, with the chain and the bling.
I know the motherland.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? You're looking so good. And if you want to look as good as Thandie, or at least attempt to, you can go to quickstopf1.com, check out the merch. The link is in our bio. And whilst I'm here, make sure you're liking, subscribing to the video on YouTube, giving us a review on Apple Podcasts, and of course, giving us that 5-star rating on Spotify. But
I reckon. Okay.
Yeah, reckon.
Yeah, I reckon we could actually even get on Samsung podcasts. I heard that's a thing now.
I think we're on everything that is needed to be on. We have a distributor and they just send it everywhere.
Oh, really?
They just send it everywhere.
Samsung podcast.
Voila.
Exactly.
Shout out all the Samsung podcast guys.
Yeah, man. Big up the Samsung podcast. Is that? Did you have McDonald's?
No.
Okay. So, I am going to introduce our guest. Because it's not about me, it's not about Thandie, it's not about which platform you're listening to this on. It is about our guest. And I'm proud to say that we've got with here the man who, I feel like you're taking over YouTube right now, bro. The subscriber count is getting a little too high for my liking. I've got hate in my heart for you, but the love overflows all of that hate. We've got everyone's favorite Champagne Papi, Mr. Wolfpack Performance.
Mr. Wolfpack Performance.
What's up? Oh, I love it, man. Oh, shit, the horns and all. Yeah. Boy got his own money.
How you doing, bro?
Man, lovely, bro. Grinding.
Of course. I see you've got a lovely t-shirt.
I was just about to say that.
For the people who are listening and cannot see what you're wearing, can you describe the t-shirt that you've got on, please?
It's a simple equation of scandal. It's an equation that equates scandal. You got Max plus Massey equals NDA. That's what you got. You put those together, you got a scandal automatically. So that's the equation for a scandal right there. If everybody needs to know it, there you go.
And is that something that someone would be able to purchase?
Oh yeah, you can head over to the site, to the wolfpackperformance.net. That's up there. What we got the human area champion up there too.
I saw that.
Crash strapping.
So I really like that, because I remember I said that I wanted to make a praying on your downfall t-shirt, and someone said, no guys, you guys are better than that, and then here you are, just proudly not better than that at all, and I love that.
Been doing it, bro. I'm loving it.
And look, we're here to review a very strange Italian Grand Prix 2022, and probably apt, Jay, that you have got that t-shirt, because we have all been triggered and traumatized yet again by the ending to the Italian Grand Prix. Thandie, I'll get to you in a bit, Jay, but Thandie, am I shouting again?
Yeah, you're shouting.
I'm just trying to be.
I don't know. Maybe it's me. I'm getting old.
Yeah. No, I feel like this is how I normally talk, but I feel like maybe that's for another day. So, Thandie, you came on the call, and you are not happy. What is paining you about what you have just seen yesterday?
I don't even know where to start.
Where do you start?
It's like constant deja vu of miserableness. It's not fun to watch anymore at the moment, is it? I'm going to be very honest. It's not that entertaining, is it?
Well, some would say, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to say, big up to all of our followers and subscribers. I love you guys. And the guys, especially on the YouTube comments, you comment every week. I love you guys. But it's almost like there is a subsection of what I can only describe or imagine are Dutch fans whose names begin with J and whose surnames begin with O, and they're just always on the site just talking about how much they hate our content. Why are all the haters' names starting with J and ending with O? Is that like the Matt Smith of the Netherlands or something? Like I don't understand. Like, but
They hate us?
they are not happy. They actually they said last week, they're like, I hope you did your research because I did mine and it wasn't a conspiracy. And I had to say that, bro.
Fuck that.
We said
they are happy. They're happy they have somewhere to come and share their opinions with. And I'm gonna tell y'all this shit right now.
Tell them.
If you have somebody that has proposed a hater and they come back every week, multiple days, they're not a hater, they're an admirer. They're just confused.
That is a fan.
They really love. That is a fact. Like if you come back, I got the same thing. I have people to come hate every week, every day, to watch the video, leave a comment. And I tell them I appreciate them being fans. I love it. I'm not your damn fan, but you show up every week on my porch and I put the little cup of milk out there for you.
You know what I mean?
Love it.
Make sure you leave some cookies for your haters to overnight tonight.
Yes, I will. I'll leave some little cookies, but I'll acknowledge you, little cookie lovers, and say that they would argue, Thandie, that we have had 7 years of fun. Oh no, so well, Lewis, let's say since 2014? Yeah, we've had 7 years of fun. 1 year where Rosberg won it, but we've had 7 years of Mercedes dominance. That's now come to an end, and we are now getting a taste of our own medicine. What says you to people?
But the difference between those years and these years is those years were fair. This does not seem fair. It doesn't feel fair.
And
does it feel fair to you?
Like, Thandie? You know what it feels like? Phony.
It feels phony. That's exactly it. It feels phony. It feels directed.
Oh.
It feels that's a good one, isn't it?
That was a good one.
It feels directed.
I like that one.
Something I've just got an inkling in my back. You know when you have a gut feeling, like I've got a scratching that something is not right.
Okay, and I will take that on board.
But you literally can't. The thing about Formula One is you literally can't even say these things that people hurling abuse at you or just hurling, gaslighting you into like calling you a conspiracy theorist or whatever. But if sometimes it's like, something genuinely doesn't feel right, and that's how I feel.
And look, Jay, let's get straight into the meat of it because I think it touches on what Thandie said just then. The way the race ended, this race, Italian Grand Prix, for the most part, a bit of a snooze fest. Verstappen had a 7th-place penalty. Oh, he was in 7th, 5th-place penalty. He's up to 3rd by the end of the first lap. He's in 1st by whenever he gets into 1st.
He hit 2nd by 4th lap. Yep.
2nd by 4th lap, right? Yeah. And then
from 7th.
From 7th, right?
Yeah.
So shades of what happened in Spa, in Spa a couple of weeks ago when he was like 15th and he was winning by whenever he was winning, lap 15 or whatever. The way the race ended, for those, we can spell this out now. The race ended, there was a safety car, which was brought out for Daniel Ricciardo retirement, which basically, 5 laps to go. Long story short, the safety car didn't have enough time. The marshals didn't have enough time to clear the car away, and there wasn't enough time for them to go racing again. And the race ended behind a safety car. Earlier on in the day, there was, to add to this gaslighting and conspiracy stuff, and to just give a bit more context, for those who don't know, the F3 race, so the junior category race in Monza, and this may be wrong because let me just research it quickly. But long story short, there was a red flag incident before the end of the race. There wasn't enough time for them to restart the race so that the F1 could start, at the appropriate time with everything that they have to do before the F1 and whatnot. They decided to take the result from 2 laps before and call that the race result. So, two things have happened in the same day, which we were told or we experienced did not happen. Firstly, that you can take a race result from previous laps and declare that the result, which is what people asked for when they realized that what they did in Abu Dhabi was wrong. And obviously, we have the situation where they have ended the race under a safety car. Which has brought back a whole bunch of new memories. Jay, I guess, what's your opinion on, I guess, the reaction to what we've seen? Because it has been the Formula One equivalent of, scratching off an old wound and resurfacing a painful wound. But I guess, what's your reaction to what you saw on Sunday? And I guess the reaction we've seen online from all corners.
I said that was some bullshit, bro. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's something I look for before I even dived into this bullshit they tossed our way. Is the reaction of Max. I wanted to see if Max was gonna have the same temperature. I said, you know what? I'll give a little bit more or less, pushback on this if I hear Max keep the same temperature. And what I mean by that is, in Abu Dhabi, I could have swore I heard Max say, "Oh, but of course they would end it behind a safety car," which means he was not in favor behind a safety car type shit. He wasn't. Yeah. It was funny this time around that wasn't his temperature. His temperature was okay with ending behind the safety car. So I said to myself like that, okay, so I already see that point. But then the next thing is you just bought more validation beyond what you've already brought to the point that you fucked it up.
Yeah.
That you screwed? No, because if you fuck it up, it's on accident. You screwed somebody over. And now you just really, really amplified the colors and the tones of how bad you actually screwed somebody over. Like you said, I thought we was motor racing. I thought that's what we was doing these days. We was motor racing, except for the day where I guess Max is in front. And then the amount of time they took and decided that they were going to deploy a safety car was odd as shit to me. I mean, we deployed yellows with Vettel off track, literally. Daniel Ricciardo's in an awkward spot. Damn car is still partially on the track, and they still try to debate if they're going to do a safety car. Are they waiting for a certain position? Are they waiting for certain things they want to come around the track to be, optimal for said people? And then next thing I know is now listen, that shit happened in 47 lap. It's a 53 lap race, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we had 6 straight laps. I mean, there was plenty of time to red flag it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an option to red flag it, bring the cars in, clear the track out. That gives you enough time to get that out of the way and then line them back up and then go. We cool with that. But they just showed that although this was one of the right decisions, it was one of the right decisions. It just shows that you screwed somebody over last season. And that's what people are not getting. So you're going to have a lot of haters in your comments saying about, oh, now y'all don't want behind the safety car. Now y'all, no, that's not the point. The point is it just validates what was done was wrong in 2021. And you can't acknowledge that because I understand you. That's your phony ass king. You want to stand up for that in lieu of no matter how bad it is, you want to trump it up. And I do mean trump it up. You want to keep changing it up until it fits your damn narrative. That's cool. But the point is you can't acknowledge one without the other. So that's what I got to say about that.
It's just it feels like a lot of PTSD for a lot of us, doesn't it? And it also makes us all like question the future of race regulations and how far we can actually trust Formula One as the sport in general. Are we going into Formula One with the idea that, yes, one day you could be winning and then one day your win is seen as something that needs to be altered or directed to make the sport more interesting? Or, someone could just come in and have a higher bid to kind of say, well, I don't want the race to go this way. That is the thing that we're now looking at Formula One. Is it actually fair sport? And to what extent do we call this sport fair?
Yeah, I don't doubt that. And you know what? I'll even go a step further to say the sport is in confusion right now. And what the confusion is coming from is that last season, they changed the way that we went racing. Let's not just look at Abu Dhabi, because I think Abu Dhabi was ridiculous. But if we look at the way that the stewards and the FIA were acting way before that, let's say just from Brazil, right? Max, disqualifying Lewis. then the Max sending Lewis out to Venezuela in that corner, and he tried to overtake him. Then we go to Qatar. Gasly basically moves over for Verstappen whilst he's coming through the pack. Then we go to Saudi Arabia. We have the 2 times that Max was an absolute terrorist attack. Before we were even talking about Max brake testing someone, them only issuing a penalty after the race, and that penalty happening to be a penalty small enough to keep him in second place. Then we go to Abu Dhabi. So the sport was going on, and this is where the confusion is coming from me, and this is where the lack of trust is coming from. This is what affecting people, and what Thandie said so brilliantly is that the sport last year was going towards the show over sporting integrity, right? And that culminated in, and we could say whether it was Michael Massey just off his head on cocaine in the fucking booth, like not knowing what he's doing. Look, he's got NDAs. He can't say shit to me. And then, or it was part of a wider communication within the sport to say, like they said, we shouldn't end behind the safety car. Although I don't understand, other than Spa, not a single race was close to ending behind the safety car last year. So why that there was an agreement that this race just cannot end behind the safety car? Who knows? Right. Anyway, whether it was like an instruction, a culture, or Massey on his own, that was what they did. We then go into this season, they say that was a mistake. We're not going to do that. We're going to follow certain protocol. Right. We have what happened yesterday. And now people are saying we need to do red flag so we can go racing. We need to do this, we need to do that. What do you want from this sport? Are you going to make decisions for safety reasons and acknowledge that what happened last season wasn't a safety issue? It was a sport over the show, show over the sport issue. Or are you now? I've got Will Buxton saying there should have been a red flag. I've got Karoon saying there should have been a red flag. Everyone's saying there should have been a red flag. But last season you were saying that we shouldn't have done that. That wasn't an option. Michael Massey did the only thing available to him. Right. And this is what is pissing people off. You're gaslighting us. Because when we come to you and we tell you, look, this is fucked up, and the stewards have ratified it for some reason, so there's no appeal process, and you're telling us that we're bullies, that we're aggressive, that we don't know the sport, but then now you're saying the same shit we were saying last year as a viable reason, and then you wonder why people are on your neck. I'm pissed off, bro. I'm pissed off. And look, I could go on all day, but I guess what I want to ask you two is, I think Thandie, you really made a good point on that. Where does F1 really go from here, right?
Exactly.
Because the product is dry as fuck.
The product is dry. The fans aren't listening, and the other half, the fans have strayed towards other opinions. So, who actually believes in the sport at this point, or is Formula One a gambling game?
Well, it's definitely a money game. I think there's too much, and I think the amount of money they're making, and this is something I want to ask you, Joe, actually. The amount of money Formula One are making, the thing has grown. As a result of last year, DTS, right, it has grown. I almost think it's starting to eat itself. We're seeing the regulations they tried to put in, essentially they put in after the closest season of Formula One ever, random drivers winning, points equal on the last race. They changed the regulations, and now we might have one of the biggest gaps ever for a title winner. Max Verstappen may actually end up winning the title by a single. He could win it next week. No, sorry, in 2 weeks, next race. He could win it in a couple of weeks' time. Like, this isn't a joke right now. So
it's not even a could though. At this point, I'll confidently say he is going to win it.
Yeah, it would take a Ferrari bad thing. Like, Leclerc would have to not finish essentially, but it could then be sorted in the next race. I think I can't remember what the next race after that is, but it could be maybe America, but it could be sorted by Japan. Sorry,
we got Singapore next.
Yeah, Singapore. Then after Singapore, I can't remember.
We got Coda.
Oh,
Singapore's my dream race. I'd love to go to Singapore.
Anyway, yeah, I'd love to go to Singapore. So we're looking. Sorry, back to the money point. We're looking at people complaining at the racetrack. Monza was an absolute shit show. The organization's horrible. Everything was bad. I guess I'll ask you, Cam. Is F1
Jay?
Sorry, you're not Cam.
Yeah.
You're not Cam. Hi, Jay.
That's our other brother.
Yeah, no,
that's what happened when you be in a family. You start calling.
Yeah,
everyone.
Jay, not Cam, but big up Cam. Jay,
Facts.
Where does F1 go from here? Or do we just have to ride this out? They'll sort out the fan stuff next year. The teams will get closer next year, and Red Bull are just doing a phenomenal job when you just have to hold your hands up sometimes. But where, I guess for people who are disenfranchised with the sport right now after everything that they've seen, what would you say to keep them in the sport? Or is there anything to keep them in the sport?
Yeah, I think almost every sport kind of goes through something similar to having a point where things get too out of hand. I mean, NFL football is going to go through it soon. I mean, they changed all the regulations to protect the quarterbacks, right? So you can't hit the quarterback. They changed rules that, put things in the favor of the offense. So now you can have these high scoring games.
Yeah.
But I always tell people they're going to have to counter that eventually and bring it back down to earth, because things get so stupidly out of hand. It's like, what are we watching this shit for? Like, where the hell's the defense? The same thing will happen in Formula One. Like when they see that they have, I mean, they've took a mangy mutt off the street and doctored him up to look like some pure breed, Rottweiler. And honestly, he's not. He's like a little teacup poodle. And you don't even know if he want to be in the sport for like a few more years. And I might get 2 or 3 more to be done. And I don't know if I want my season to be as long as Alonso's career. Like, I never heard a GOAT talk like that. I've never heard anybody who was regarded as one of the greatest in their genre ever say, like, if I get 1 or 2 more, I'm good. Or, I don't think I never heard that shit except for somebody like Max Verstappen.
Unless you have distrust in your title.
Right.
If you don't believe you belong there, the guilt will start to eat you up. The walls can talk to you. They're haunting you at night.
Facts. That's big facts. And, I won't say that even without some of the foolery that we have seen, and it is obviously factual, the RB18 is a solid ass car. Like, let's not play that. It is a fast car. Now, I'm going to say this because a lot of haters seem to overlook or gloss over the things that we say to just try to pinpoint and pick the things that make them excited. And I know y'all like us to excite you. I know you love it. That's why you keep coming back. But Max Verstappen is not going to last as long as y'all think. And when we give you opinions or say things where we're crediting him for this season or for his skill, you don't want to hear it, but we just keeping this shit real. You cannot use the same argument to discredit one driver and then you not use that same argument to up another driver. So all the people that always want to say Lewis Hamilton, for all this shit that he's accomplished, it was only because of the car. Why do you not have that same energy right now with Max? Because it's obvious that the RB18 is fast. And I would also tell you that I look back at several track times and lap times from other races in 2020, and even the RB18 today is in some places not better than that Mercedes car was then. So you got a limited amount of time before Max is really under pressure. And a lot of people know this shit. So just be prepared for it, So that's why I say be careful of the type of shit you put in the comments, because I'm just cooking up a good crow pie waiting for your ass. I'm just telling you.
No, look, I think that's a great point, right? Let's just talk the reals right now, yeah? Because honestly, what can we talk about with that race? There's not even that much to talk about, right? Let's talk the fucking reals. The way that people talk about Lewis and the way that they talk down on him is because he is black. Okay, and the way that they do it is so incendiary. Like the way that they do it by trying to diminish his talent and place it all on the car,
Right.
and basically, and I don't like using this, but saying that anyone could drive that car, maybe a monkey could drive that car, but I don't want to say that. But saying anyone could drive that car, right? Saying anyone could drive that car, you know, it's all the car, even though another man was driving in that car at the same time he was for the 6 titles he has at Mercedes. Taking that away, they want to really put him down and say that it's all on the car. We're looking at Max now, and it's as if this guy is driving Fred Flintstone's car with his fucking feet. These guys are trying to make out like Max is driving a Fiat Punto or some shit. Like I don't know what, and it's like, I don't understand. And the thing is, it's either the biggest cognitive dissonance that you really believe that Max is this God-given guy that is like half a second a lap quicker than anyone else, or you know that car is a rocket ship, and of course he's doing a great job. Look what the fuck Checo Perez is doing right now. Absolute horseshit.
Checo!
Checo's in the house. But like, you're basically saying that you know that the car is shit, so you know that the car is great, but you don't care. You don't care. You don't want to say it because it wouldn't hold up with what you've been saying for the past 6 years. And that is the problem with F1 discourse right now, right? Because it's hard. We have these people in our videos. You're just you're downplaying the black guy's talent because you don't like him. You think he's arrogant. You think he's angry and temperamental. You think he's whatever. You think he's flash. All of these stereotypes you want to chuck at someone. Fuck it. But Max, apparently the guy who shouts on the radio, has slurs, defends racist, is upheld as is upholded as this like God-given talent driver, and that's bullshit. He is a great driver. Right, he is talented. I've said it on this show so many times. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Max Verstappen is top 2 drivers on the grid. Right. Like full stop. Yeah. Full stop. Right. But you guys have got to stop the cap. Yeah. Like, the car is a madness. I don't think I've seen Lewis be P7 even in 2020. Lewis was P7 and then be P3 by the end of lap 1, P2 by the end of lap 4. That's that Spa performance. That's a rocket ship.
Yeah.
That's 2 things. That's the RBA team being on point, dropping in a very good region. Shout out to Nui. Shout out to the floor. And that's the rest of the cars. And that's not the rest of the in that spot and still trying to make progress. There's a combination of 2 things there. So I credit it where it is. Like, I'm not gonna tell somebody because you turned in an assignment and you got an A, and then somebody else turned an assignment, you got an A- and tell you like, hey, like, you're just the greatest shit smoking. Like, somebody studied harder than the other person. It's just a fact. Like, Adrian knew and had that information and had that knowledge. So of course he's with Red Bull. I mean, he did similar things when he was with Williams. I mean, go back and check his track record. So Red Bull winded up in a big shout out to Red Bull. Like, all you Red Bull fans, big shout out for this. I always say, if you can't beat them, join them. If you can't join them, recruit them. Big shout out to Red Bull for recruiting damn near a lot of Mercedes employees over there, so you can get some of that Mercedes damn fizzle. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkled you with some Mercedes blessings. You very welcome. There you go.
Hey, for sure. And look, the title's done. There's no point in us even talking about where the title's going, what's going to happen now. But I guess with F1 media, Thandie, I'll ask you. I want to ask you a question. Sometimes I and it's probably a funny question for me to ask you on a podcast, considering that we're business partners. But I like to ask people, what's your goal? Where do you want to end up, right? And so I guess I'll preface this with,
Yeah.
When we started,
Yeah.
I'm sure there was probably ambitions, or there was on my side, I guess, that we would in some way get picked up by someone or whatever, or we would be able to put this into a major media outlet and we would kind of be in constant that and go from there. I would just preface that by saying I would, after seeing how everyone reacts to things like this and just seeing the fuckeries out there, I just find it very difficult to imagine myself in that space. But for you, that aside, you just said, you're tired of Formula One. I just want to make sure my star player doesn't want to leave the podcast. But but I think it's interesting, right? What would, if you could say what your dream life would be, but it had to involve F1 in some way, what would that be?
Sorry, what's the intention of this question?
Just for content. Okay. Just for content.
My dream life would be a 11 a.m. start.
Right, you're tired.
Don't ask me about my dreams and then criticize.
No. I love it. I love how that's like first thing on the list. I lie in. I want to sleep till I want.
An 11 a.m. start, right? An 11 a.m. start. A wardrobe where I can be like, right, Singapore, this is what we're in for this whole weekend for the next 4 days. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love talking about Formula One. I love to give my opinion, don't I? So still doing that.
Yeah.
Just not so much at a reporting to someone stage, which I don't even do right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're our own bosses.
Yeah.
We've always pride ourselves on not actually having a script to what we do and kind of just going with the flow. So I see so my dream would be going with the flow at a high capacity, more bands, more bitches.
Oh, nice.
More scenes, more stamps upon the passport.
Yeah.
And happiness. Oh, and do you know what? I'm actually sick and tired. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I'm sick, I'm tired from work.
Yeah.
I'm very tired of paying for my own nails, hair, eyelashes, and the lot. So
okay. No, fair play.
Like, I shouldn't even feel that money leave my account.
The thing is, if I start to say, guys, bring yourself forward, I feel like the quality of candidates that you will receive will not be.
I'm not complaining.
Guys, if you want to pay for Thandie's nails, Thandie's hair, please bring yourselves forward. Her DMs are open. Use her personal account. Don't let me see that shit. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wanted to ask you.
Now, Cam.
God damn it. I'm Jay.
Wow.
No, Jay.
Wow. Look
Get
at this.
Cam on this motherfucker. All this motherfucker Cam. Hey, God damn it. What are you?
Bro, we need you on here. Sorry. And I hear it. And look, the reason I ask this is, do you think as 3 black content creators, right? Do you think that we are encouraged to be in this space by fans, by media with the opinions that we hold? Because it's harder for us to get a bring in, not that we want it, but it's harder for us to get a bring in because we say things that probably go against the propaganda that is given out. And, fans don't like it when we're honest about Lewis Hamilton and how we feel about other drivers on the grid, right? So is this space a fertile space for black content creators?
Let me tell you something. This space was never a space for black content creators. Just look at my DMs. Just look at what's been going on with my life for the past 2 weeks. However, I'll tell you what is a space for black content creators like Jay, Cam, everyone else on the chicane. Quick Stop F1. That's why we made our platform, to have that one step and that platform, that ground that you do not feel like someone is adding heat underneath it. Instead, somebody's actually uplifting you. So no is the simple answer. When entering Formula One and having an opinion that goes against the grain, or should I say, anyway, no, let me not say that word. That goes against the grain. We were never supposed to be here. We were never supposed to be people who don't regurgitate everything Karun Chanduk is saying, basically. No tea, no shade. And you know, there are the puppeteers, but they're those who have to say, listen, it's a puppet, but there's actually a man behind the desk and he's controlling it.
Fair play. Jay, anything to add to that before I go into stars and donkeys?
No, I'll say it more like this. I don't think the sport was looked at for us to be able to have a seat. I don't think they anticipated nor planned nor promoted for us to have a seat. But I will say this, and this goes out to the Quick Stop family, to the Cameron F1 family, to the Wolfpack family. We tremendously appreciate everybody who has supported, who has encouraged, who has joined us, who has embraced us in the Formula One space and in the culture, because we have been embraced by many. And so we really appreciate you all, and you all make it possible for what I call the machine to look at us and maybe have to take a look and say, damn, we might have to crack the door and let these motherfuckers in, because, you know, like I say this all the time, bad people will do good things for money. And it's going to take that for them to view us as. And it's sad, they'll have to view us as a commodity before they decide to let us in as somebody. And that's a sad thing, but that's a factual thing. So big shout out to you all, because you all make it warm for us here. You all invite us here. You all hold us up. You know, we all got our own merch. We all represent our own brand. Quick Stop launched theirs. Wolfpack got ours. Cam got his. And you all help us in that fashion, you know. So there's a difference in encouraging. A lot of people just encourage. But a lot of those people that come, they buy the merch, they do the super chats, they do all that. That's support. And that's a different level of that line of defense and offense for us. So big shout out to y'all. Eventually, y'all going to make like F1 realize like they going to have to fuck with us.
We'll talk. Thank you for going on that tangent with me, guys. Just like join.
It was nice.
Nice little tangent. But there was a race. Should we just get into stars and donkeys? I think we'll be able to figure out most of what happened that race through that. Let's go with stars.
Ladies first.
Thandie.
Hi. Oh gosh, who is my star of the day? Okay. My star of the day is going to counteract my my donkey of the day.
Okay, of course, I feel like I can see where this is going.
They go together, but I don't want to mispronounce his name.
Is it Nyck De Vries?
Oh,
yes.
Nyck De Vries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Thandie. Have we met before? Like, are you new here? Would you like to join the sport? And just the other guy, you know, he can leave. We don't have to sign it off. I think he already knows the door's being open for him to leave.
Hi, Nick. How are you? Excited about Nick.
Wow, look at you, so flustered.
I'm not flustered. Relax.
She can need the nails, the hair, the red bottoms. She got to be stepping in blood, bro. If it ain't that, it ain't counting.
No, I just like a new player. Like I like someone who comes in and says, "Do you know what? This is my chance, and I'm going to embarrass the guy who I'm supposed to be replacing." Right. And that was embarrassing. Great, nice to meet you, Nick. By the way, I like him.
Yeah, Nyck De Vries, well done. 30 hours notice. He was there to drive the Aston Martin in the practice session, and then obviously the news that unfortunately Alex Albon suffered with appendicitis issues, which flared up again. So good luck to him on his recovery on that.
100%.
But Nyck De Vries coming, one chance, one opportunity.
one opportunity and he killed it, innit?
Absolutely killed it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he put it on the, obviously he had the grid penalties, whatever, but, he qualified 8th, finished 9th. Incredible performance. He's now 19th in the championship. Nyck Latifi is 21st.
Crash Tiffy.
21st in a 20-person race. Jay, I'm going to ask you a question now, because this is, you have knowledge of F1, right? Gunther Steiner earlier this year made the point that the points that they get from Kevin Magnussen outweigh, and the money that they'll get from finishing higher on the grid outweigh the money that Mazepin was bringing to the team. Williams, there is still doubt over whether they're going to drop Latifi purely for money reasons. Now, let's take away the fact that they bought Williams and they said they would not have to do pay drivers anymore, when clearly they don't have the funds like that. They do not have the facilities, and they do need that money. But at what point, if you're Jost Capito, do you say...
God damn, I almost threw it when you said that. Hater like him.
No, he's a big hater, and he says very haterish things about Hamilton, and he needs to look in his own house. I mean, that meme where people, there's like, I don't know, the guy that's like in his room texting and he's got holes in his boxers and like there's messages.
Oh yeah, and he's
lying on his front. And that's Jost Capito talking about Hamilton. Keep his name out your mouth.
Right.
But at what point, when you're Jost Capito, do you say, look, this driver is not at the level required for Formula One, no matter how much money he brings in? Even from a sponsorship level, like, who's going to want to sponsor a team with Nicholas Latifi in it? It don't make sense. And you've got a guy that's come in off the bat, Formula E champion, Formula 2 champion, comes in, puts it on 9th, puts it on 8th, finishes 9th. Not saying he has to get Nyck De Vries in, but at what point? Or do you just take the money? I don't understand, basically. What's he doing?
Well, if I had to say what's he doing, he's probably like trying to survive, which is the whole point they got with Dorilton. As a financier, and that's why the Williams family gave up the team in order to support and keep those people employed at Williams, right? Like that, so they have an American financial backing. Now, how far that extent goes, what do the contracts say, what they can and can't do, I don't know, but it seems like we're not really competitive right now, so we'll take the money, right? So we can stay afloat. But you asked me what I would do if I was that hater. If I was him, like literally at the race when they got off track, like, buddy, you just became the new reserve driver. Crash Tiffy, that's you right there. Go pick up the wrench, go clean up the fucking garage, get all this shit up. Matter of fact, Nick, which side of the room you want, bro? Like, you want coming out that corner, like Nick right there at Singapore. Nick is in and you are reserved, and you got to decide whether you want to take that slap in the face or not. Because, bro, how the fuck you gonna sit here and let every teammate you've had? I mean, I know we supposed to be a team. I know we supposed to work together. But goddamn, you the senior man. You don't let every teammate come in here do better. It's like Williams is now just an audition firm. Like, we talent agent. Like, we let drivers come in here, display their talent, they leave. You are just a fucking standard. Like, are you better than Latifi? Okay, you got a shot. You won't be here long. We'll see you in a little bit. That's the type of shit that's going on. So honestly, like, I would have said, nah, Nick is in. Like, I would do something so goddamn rash. Everybody was like, I'm at the post conference, I'm saying like Nyck De Vries is our new driver. Yeah, he's gonna drive for the remainder of the season. We want to see his talent. Latifi is going to take a back seat for right now. He's not out. It's not saying that we're scratching his contract. You just want to see a little bit more about what Nick has. It's not like we're in big championship content. Oh, well, shit, we did just get some points. So if we can get more of those points, then that's what we'll do. I would have done some shit like that straight up. Albon comes back off his appendicitis. Get your ass in there. Nick, get in there. Crash Tiffy. Warm the car up.
And that's even a good analysis for you to be able to do, right? I mean, not like this would ever happen, but...
Right.
it would be good to see Nyck against Albon. And, okay, what's the true pace of that car? We haven't known for 3-4 years now. What is the pace of that car? Because George was slapping up Latifi for 3 years. We don't really know. I mean, George is quick, but we never really knew until he went to how quick he was.
Does Latifi have on the team that have kept him there for as long as he is? What is it that he knows that we don't know?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's just, you know what? When Thanos in Endgame, he's like, I can't remember the full quote, but it's like all of that, and it brought you. Where did it bring you? Back to me. And every time they're like, we've got to drop him. The finance guy comes on the phone. It's like, if he leaves, we're 20 million in the red. Where we got 20 million from? Latifi's just like, I'll break you off a little sign. Toxic boyfriend. You say, you need your nails done, need your hair done. Okay, hold that.
Got you.
I got you.
It's like a bad stock that plays good dividends.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to be investing in this weapons manufacturing company, but god damn, the returns on it are very
The returns are great.
Great.
My credit's through the roof.
Oh my God. Oh, it's just, honestly, Thandie, not to go back to what you were saying, but I think this is maybe part of it. Does having drivers like Latifi hurt the F1 brand and increase the lack of trust that people have in the sport, or faith that people have in the sport, right? Because obviously he has fans, he's Canadian,
no, I
and
think
so forth, but does it hurt the sport, I guess, having someone who is clearly, like, by far the worst driver on the grid?
No, because there'll always be someone who are like, that's the worst driver on the grid. Last year, Latifi's distraction was Mazepin. Do you know what I mean? I think people who make you lose faith in the sport are the likes of Alonso and the Max Verstappens. Do you know what I mean? Those are the ones who make you think. But with Latifi, he's just the bum of the year, and that is his role. However, I think we just don't notice it. With Formula One, there's always a distraction above the other distraction. But when people come in like Nyck and expose this shit, and you're like, wait a minute, you did that in the same car?
Yeah.
That's when it's exposed in it. Like, I've always said Latifi is shite. I've always said that this guy is rubbish, but it's just more to what extent can we expose how rubbish he is? And, what can you do with him?
No, what can you do? There's not much you can do. Jay.
What's up, bro? What's happening?
Give me a thank you for your star of the day, Thandie.
Yeah.
Jay.
She gave you her star and her donkey.
And star and donkey, to be fair.
Yeah.
Look at you, so efficient.
Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, like with Latifi, my whole thing is just look at your age mates. Like, are you not embarrassed? That's really, really embarrassing for you. Like, what were you sat there in the hospital like, they're cooking me. Like, what happens now? But fair play.
No, awful. And big up Nyck De Vries. Don't want to overshadow it. That was an incredible performance.
Big up Nicky boy.
And I hope you do get a drive out of it. He's a bit close to Max Verstappen, and he did say some suspect things, but we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide for today. Jay, give me a star of the day.
Star of the day, I'm gonna go with Hamilton.
Nice.
Okay.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Hamilton. I think it's something to be said still with everybody, saying that he doesn't have the skill and the car shit for somebody to start out 19th, sink briefly to 20th, come on up to like 7th, pit, fall back, and then come back up and finish the race at 5th. Shit, I'm just saying, like, Alonso, you was a jackass, bro. Because it looks like that dude can drive when he's not in the front row. And and Alonso, bro, you're my donkey of the day. I love seeing that motherfucker panic. I mean, did you see that motherfucker sing Lewis in his mirrors? He's talking about more power. Where's the power? Give me another ERS system. Shit, the tires is like Alonso panicked. And then when he did enough, I just said, man, ain't karma a bitch. You love it.
It could not have happened to a better person.
Oh my
God. I said before, I was like, I keep a little burn book of people that have chatted shit to me. Yeah, I keep a mental burn, but not physical. But I keep a little mental burn. Anyone who's ever said, I remember everyone who said shit about me, right? So when I see some bad shit happen to them, I love it. I love it. Thandie, I'm rubbing hands like Birdman. You know, he's like,
Mm.
What happened to that boy?
like I honestly, I love it. So seeing Alonso retire and seeing how bad the Aston Martins are, and knowing that that's your portion for another 2 years, enjoy that.
Loving it.
But no, Lewis Hamilton, great drive again. Let's do it quickly. I saw a tweet that said, why are we not talking about the fact that George Russell is absolutely kicking Lewis's ass this season?
Oh my God. Nobody wins when the family fight.
I think we have talked about it. I don't think we talked about it in the light that people want to talk about it in, because it's always Lewis Hamilton against anybody in the grid. I never hear other people talk about a teammate on in the same garage pitted against the other drivers so much to the point if it's Lewis Hamilton. It's crazy. And if it's not him, then it's the rest of the grid. So it's people we've been talking about. We've been giving Russell his credit. Like, that's what we've been doing. I mean, 100%. Russell's finished top 5 every race that he's finished a race. Credit him for that. I said Russell was good when he was with Williams. I said Russell when he got his first, like, Russell has been proving himself. I think Russell is good for the future Mercedes. We all know Lewis Hamilton is not going to be here. Probably, like, I honestly think Lewis is going after 3 or 4 more seasons. Like, I'm
not even 4.
I reckon, I reckon end of next year he was going to sign another 2-year, and I think that's going to be
a 2-year, bro.
That could be 1.
It's 1 year.
I think it'd be 1 from here on out. I think he'll LeBron James like 1 year from here on out. Like, bro, I'm gonna do 1. But I think the future of Mercedes is looking good with Russell. I just wish Russell could not be like a little Jack Russell. I wish Russell could be on the post conference and the conference and have some balls. You got a good contract, Mercedes. You don't have to try to play this. His post conference after this last race was really like, I don't know if I want to say this shit. I won't say it. I'll just say you should have said it. Like, listen, I just think honestly what happened here today just further proves that we came from a mistake that was made in Abu Dhabi, and now moving forward, we need to make sure we have consistency. He could have said something to support the GOAT, in which is giving him so much knowledge and experience and has supported him. He could have took that opportunity to support Lewis, and in a moment that was made for it. It wasn't off topic. It was made for it to be said. So many people were talking about it, and Russell could have took that stand and be like, today just proves that what happened in Abu Dhabi was a mistake, and I hope that moving on for the rest of my career and the other drivers on the grid, that we never have to face something like that. But he didn't. He took the bullshit way out. And that's the only thing I'll say. I hope I don't see that quality in Russell grow. I hope I see that kind of start going another way to be like just straight up legit, and then get your seat. Bro, you comfortable. You Toto bought you in. He granted you, bro. You don't got to worry about it. Mercedes got your contract. Just keep winning racing. You ain't got to kiss no ass. You don't have to be scared. Don't be a Jack Russell. Step up. Be a Prezi Canary. Do that.
I think that's the thing with George, right? It's some people love the PR63 and some people hate the PR63. And I think the hate part of it is what sows the seeds of distrust in people's brains about George when it comes to Lewis. And I don't blame them. I don't blame people who dislike George or don't trust George. Not that I don't blame him. I don't agree, but I can understand your viewpoint for sure. And I think, like you say, but also it's a tight position. You got Verstappen next year. It would take pretty big balls to come out to come out and say, it was bad. But we'll see how he fares. Oh, sorry, after you, Thandie.
I mean, he has shown throughout the season that he does have it in him. Like he does have that dog in him.
Yeah.
So it's just about the dog coming out more, I guess.
Yeah. And growing, right? And I think it will grow. The more he grows in that seat and he's comfortable. And look, when Lewis goes, he's going to have to be the team leader of that team. And we've seen with Lewis, he's much more than a driver. I'm not saying George needs to do fashion and music, but as an ambassador for what is right in the world, I think, George needs to step into that. Wow, great picks, guys. My star of the day, I'm gonna go with Guan Yu Zhou. Zhou Guan Yu, sorry. Zhou Guan Yu. I'm gonna go with Zhou. I love this kid so much.
I like Zhou Guan Yu.
Oh my God, he's just so cool. He's like, and you know what? Yeah, he's cool, but it's effortless. Like his swag, the way Prada just got him, like, he's got that lifetime contract with Prada. They've got him kitted out. I think it's probably the best brand deal on the grid. Like the way that he's flexing Prada every weekend. He's humble in his interviews, but for a rookie to come in and do what he's doing, I think he's having a very understated season, right? I don't think we're not seeing big mistakes from him like we've seen with, we saw last season with Schumacher, Mazepin, Yuki, and obviously look, that Haas last season was an absolute shitbox. So there's some things there, but even this season, Schumacher had big crashes, right? We've not really seen those types of mistakes from Joe, and he's just solid, quick. He's out qualifying Bottas on pace. He's got better race pace than Bottas at points. And I just think he deserves his own shout out sometimes, because I think he can go under the radar, but for him to get a point this weekend and to add to the points tally that he's already got, I think he deserves some credit for that. So big up you, Joe.
I put him 17th too.
Yeah.
And just for all those other people out there, Latifi is actually 21.
21?
21 out of 20.
There's only 20 drivers on the grid.
Incredible, right? Just like absolutely incredible.
It's so funny.
It's really it's just bad, right? It's awful. But look, speaking of Latifi, any donkeys other than Latifi that we have?
Oh yeah.
Don't say him.
The donkeys, yeah. I'll let Thandie have it.
No, you say it, but it might not be the same person.
You guys have got some.
No, ladies first. Ladies first. Go ahead.
I'm still going to keep my same one. Mad first. Chemistry. I don't even know what you guys are talking about right now. Jay, do you want to take over?
I was gonna say Carlos Sainz.
You've got an issue with my guy. I don't even know. He literally had a really good race.
He had a
he came from last. He came from last to fourth.
It wasn't enough.
What do you want from him? What do you want from him, Daddy?
It wasn't enough.
He was literally
note to self.
Wow. What do you want from Carlos? Because you always do this to him, and I don't understand. Like
more, 20th
to 4th.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I'm not
the high standards. You know what?
To lower her standards.
You know what?
Do that. Thandie, you keep your high standards. Get your goddamn game up so Thandie can look at you in a good light.
Fair play. You know what?
I think what Carlos Sainz does, he does a lot of whizzing and wazzing, but in the end, it's nothing.
Okay, I guess what this is a larger conversation of. He's not the number one driver for Ferrari. He did have a grid.
Listen, but he knows that. They're even saying it in the Vanity Fair interview. Like, we asked for Charles, but we got Carlos. He knows that. I just think he does a lot of whizzing and wazzing, and it's nothing. It doesn't amount to a lot.
Right. Okay.
I don't deny that he tries.
Right, but it's not enough. But it's not enough.
No,
this week it was. Maybe I'm in a bad mood, but this week
you know what? That's fair, and I respect your opinion. And you know what? I mean, look, both Ferraris. I mean, like obviously Charles did well. He did as well as he could, but Ferrari in general, they just dropped the ball this season. And Carlos has his own reasons for that as well.
Also, I'm also gonna put whoever designed the new Ferrari costumes in the bin as well. In the bin.
Them
Please.
bananas in pajamas outfits.
Them pajamas are so
What
long.
the hell is that, bro? I'm seeing people say that's hard. That's hard. They're awful. You know what it's like? It is like a banana, but when you peel it, the fucking banana's off. Like, it's just that black banana inside. Like, what?
Listen, yeah, I'm one of those
Like-
people who's really funny about like bananas. Like, I don't eat them once they've even gone
any
they're ripe.
bruise,
Yeah, I like them green, very firm, and like not even done yet. So
fair
I
play.
don't know why are we talking about bananas? Sorry.
Because the Ferrari
The
thing was
Ferrari
yellow.
jumpsuit.
Oh yeah.
You just
What you mentioned.
I just went on a tangent about bananas.
That's why we tied the string to you when you walked out there. To pull you back. I seen you get lost. Like, you getting lost.
Yeah, no, I don't like bananas, and I just, why the fuck am I here? Fair play. No, that's fair. Thank you, Thandie. No, those race suits are awful. Jay,
What's up?
Donkey. That's not Latifi, or the Ferrari race suits, or Carlos Sainz.
I would have to give it to the F1 McLaren team for asking Danny Rick to hold up Gasly on behalf of protecting Lando. I thought that was some bold shit. Like, Danny Rick ain't did shit for us. You know, he just hasn't delivered. You know, Danny Rick hasn't done nothing. Yo, Dan, while you at it, while you out there, can you hold up Gasly for Lando? You know, our real driver. I was like, that's some bullshit, bro.
They've been doing that.
I gotta get him a donkey for that.
All season, bro.
All season.
All season they've been doing that, like, and they just don't give a fuck about that, bro. Like, that is a toxic. But the thing is, we've been saying it's toxic since I saw that first pre-season video of the car launch with Lando and Danny Rick. I saw how awkward it was. I said, this
not
shit ain't
right.
mixing well. It's not mixing well at all, and it's just been proven across 2 seasons. He can't wait to get out.
It made me feel a little bit better about Carlos pulling the chair out from under Lando's ass. It made me feel a little bit better about that. Like, you know what? It really wasn't that bad.
Look, I mean, do you feel sorry for Danny Rick, guys? I don't.
Don't
No.
let Nyasha start this narrative again.
I don't feel sorry for him, but I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done. Like, come on, we talking about Latifi still got a seat. There's no way Latifi got a seat and Danny Rick cannot keep a seat in the Formula One that's active. I just do not believe that. And that's Latifi's job. That's his role.
Yeah.
All right. His role is like a gatekeeper to the very entrance of Formula One. Like, as long as you're better than him, until we change him out, you're in. But the moment we change him for somebody else, maybe we raise the level. But Danny Rick does not belong outside of Formula One. If you're telling me Latifi belongs in Formula One, I won't buy that. So I honestly I think Oscar and Danny made similar mistakes from the same team. Oscar, I'm not holding him. Like, he made a decision that I think might transform the way people navigate in Formula One, giving a little bit more power back to the drivers to have a little bit of negotiation. I'm always for that, because sometimes the machine can get too much power to where they just say and do what they want.
Yeah.
I think Oscar kind of brought some of that power back to the drivers, but I also think Oscar put himself on a short leash by trying to go to McLaren, because Alpine invested money in you. Even if you're not with it all the way, they invested money in you. They invested a lot more hope in you, time in you. So you're going to have more leniency there. If you come out your first season and you bomb it, you already see what's going to happen to you. If you go with somebody who's more established than you, in Danny Rick, and you go and don't perform, bro, you're on limited time. With Alpine, you would have had way more time in that. I think Danny also made the same mistake when he was Renault, when he said he wanted to be there to develop. And then he went to McLaren chasing more bag and more glam. And now look where he's sitting. Had he stayed with Renault, when they transfer over to Alpine, I think he would have been in a better situation. I think with Ocon, he would have had a better environment that would have been conducive for his personality, and he would have done better. So I feel like Oscar and Danny in some ways made the same mistake from the wrong team, but we'll see where he ends up.
I'm sorry, Jay, could you say Renault again, please?
Renault.
Yes. That's how other people say it, I guess. How do you say
That's
Renault?
how I see it.
How do I say Renault?
Yeah, Renault? You say Renault?
Renault, yeah. But that's just because I'm, like, fucking British, innit?
Say it again, Jay?
Renault.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Glad you do. My donkey of the day. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Jay. Being so rude today. Thank you. Did I say donkey? No. My donkey of the day. I mean, look, Mercedes giving Hamilton a 3-second pit stop again, but I'm not even going to get into those guys. I think I'm just going to go with like Aston Martin.
Oh, yeah, that's solid.
Aston Martin feels like a fever dream, doesn't it? It really just feels like a fever dream. Fucking hell.
Even like a sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are you doing here?
Are you stopping there?
I just understand like what is the point in this team? Like honestly.
Time is slipping away from me.
Oh my God.
Right, like honestly, Vettel just been in there, like I said. And you know what? Papa Stroll went up to Vettel after this race, and he must have said, "You know what? Don't worry, I'm gonna back out the 1958 Bond car for you. Have a go round the Silverstone track to make yourself feel better because he can't be that. He can't. That's another one who cannot wait to get out, bro. Like this guy is just dressing like a 70s drug dealing pilot these days to make time go by. Like he does. He's not in it. He's not in it for the racing. I don't know what that team are doing. They copied another person's designs. It sent the car backwards. No one's talking about it, but fair play. I don't understand what they're doing on the grid.
There's no point, is there? Go on.
Actually, my donkey of the day is Will Buxton and Karen Chandok for just gaslighting everyone all over again. I don't know why you guys do it. It's not in your contracts that you have to do that. You're just doing it. And then you'll turn around and you'll say people are bullying you. People are being aggressive when you're out here insulting my intelligence. Don't insult my intelligence.
You cannot trick me.
You cannot trick me.
You cannot trick me.
Like, so those are my donkeys of the day. I don't like calling people out by name in F1 media because we're not like that. And I don't want people. You guys have got really good at not snitch tagging people in our tweets these days. Well done, you're learning. Don't go and snitch tag them in this. But I just find it very disgusting that they seem to enjoy sitting on Twitter. All you've got to do is put your shit on mute, turn your notifications off if you don't know what people are saying. Don't respond and insult their intelligence. And they pick people who don't have that many followers, and then and I just think it's disgusting. That's my donkey of the day, basically. And that's it. And I think that is a great point to end this podcast. I have thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. It's been a strange one, hasn't it? That race, I feel like had more entertainment than Spa, but we're struggling to get into the meat and bones of it because really and truly, I don't think the product is at its best. We're going to a race which isn't great for racing either in Singapore. So we'll see what happens in a few weeks. But nevertheless, I'm sure there'll be fire content over at Wolfpack Performance. Jay, where can people find you on social media?
YouTube, Wolfpack Performance. Twitter, WP_performance.
Yeah.
iTunes, Wolfpack Performance. All social media, all like outlets, audio, Spotify, Podbean, Instagram, which, by the way, I just want to let people know, sometime I hold lives for you Max Verstappen fans to come and say the type of shit you say in my comment section visually and audibly so I can see you. And I did it this past weekend, and all the 50-something plus y'all, 2 of y'all showed up, and then one of you got on camera and looked stupid as hell and got real stage fright and then cut your shit off. Just want to say, Jay's with all the smoke, so if you want to come on over sometime,
bringing out the blickies,
I'm not. Hey, let's have a conversation.
On site,
respectful. So that's all I got to say. Just hit me up. I'm a real cool dude, but I will bring that shit to you. So I'll put an address on it. You ain't got to worry about no sneak this.
That's it. I'll put an address on it. That's why I love Jay when he comes on, because he's not afraid to beat a motherfucker up, and I love that.
I love that. Thank you so much, Jay. Always a pleasure when you come on. Thandie, any last words?
I need a new prescription on my glasses because I am blind as hell.
Yeah, no, you're struggling.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
What else have I got to say? Not a lot.
Okay, that's fine.
Formula One isn't fun right now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I feel like as this being my platform, I want to be open with you. I'm not enjoying it. It's not that fun.
Okay, well, look, you know what is fun? The stuff that we've got coming for you. Thandie's got in her creative bag, Virgil Abloh era, rest in peace. We've got.
What are you talking about? You're the creative man. You're the rocket man here.
Well, you know, without me, there's no you. Okay, so there you go.
I love it.
So, we've got some super dope stuff. We've got a new merch drop that's dropping in 2 weeks, but. Quick Stop Live tickets are going to be out on Friday, the 16th of September, Abu Dhabi.
That
50 tickets. When they're gone, they're gone. If you want to join us, feel free to join us. We'll be running a competition, I think, again to win tickets and the live stream tickets, but all of that. Quick Stop Live. I can't wait to see you guys again. We're just out here just being.
Hold on. I just want to say I salute y'all. I love what y'all doing. It really makes me happy to see this shit the way y'all just came up. Like y'all went from merch, y'all did the live. Y'all motivating out here for real.
Thank
you. Appreciate you, man.
Jay, one day we are just gonna hit the States and we'll all go for a drink together. Do you know what I mean?
We'll be out there, 100%. Also, Jay, you hit 10K yet?
Shit, I don't know, bro. I never really keep up with this shit.
Okay. Well,
he said, I
don't even keep up with that shit. You know, when we go on camp, I did. Like, nah, I don't keep up with it like that. I just really keep up with the comments, making sure I reach out to the community, make sure I get my people straight. Like, I literally just hit 3 people that I don't even know if they subscribe, but I know I usually always see them.
Yeah.
And on a live, I didn't see them. So I literally hit them up like, oh, I hope everything's going all right in your life. I hope shit's straight, because I hadn't seen them for a few weeks. So I really concern myself with that. Like everything else will come.
Mate, community over numbers. And that is what I'll say to you guys every time. But look, we're going to go.
R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth.
Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, okay. RIP to the Queen. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us. Pay your respects to the Queen. It's her funeral on Monday, and we get a day off. So
and I'm on holiday. Woo!
And it's on holiday. So follow us on Twitch as well. Thank you for everyone in the Twitch streams, and we will see you next week on the next episode of the Quick Stop F1.
Also, follow me on Instagram to keep in touch with all my Greece content. Also, Nyasha, did you have a good birthday?
I had a great birthday. What happened to my birthday?
I don't know. Did you have a good birthday?
Oh right, yeah, no, it was my birthday. Sorry, I was like,
hell yeah, he did. Remember that shit.
We recorded the day before my birthday, and so it was out on my birthday. Thank you thank you so much for all the messages I got. I made a policy this year of not getting back to everyone. It was overwhelming, and I took a sleeping pill and I slept until 4 p.m. That was my birthday.
True
it was
story.
good.
I phoned him and he said, "I've just come off a sleeping pill," and I said, "I love that for you."
Yeah, so thank you to everyone who said it's really cool. I love you guys, and yeah, thank you everyone. We love you. We've got so much cool shit coming to the end now and the end of the season. New merch dropping in 2 weeks. Quick Stop Live next on Friday, and the braziest merch you'll ever see coming out beginning of November. You're not ready. So thank you so much. Have a lovely day. No matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.